That's why dieting doesn't work. You cannot win the battle of cravings. Period. It's physiology. It's not willpower. It's not discipline. It's physiology. You cannot win this battle of instinct trumps intentions. You want to do something like prospecting, your instincts are to avoid prospecting. We've got to tap into and use our instincts. Here's how we do it. Specific declaration plus accountability. Accountability is how you tap into the avoidance instinct that we all have. Accountability has two parts. The first part is the check-in. Somebody outside of you checks in with you. Did you do what you said you would do? It's got to be an outside source because you can't trust your own interpretation. You're going to think that you're just too busy. Let me ask you a question. Do dogs love bones? What do you think? No, they don't. They love meat. They settle for bones. Where in your life are you settling? Not good or bad, no judgment. Where in your life are you believing you're doing the best you can be doing? Apply behavioral contracting in that area. And now the enforceable consequence. This is powerful. It's the carrot versus the stick. The carrot does have a place in incentives for sales, but the carrot will be stopped at your comfort zone. It's the stick that will rewire your brain and create a new comfort zone. Not the carrot, it's the stick. So, here's how you do it. Right there at the bottom of this page, first page, your due date, 7-day period of time. The moment you wake up on Monday till the time you go to bed on Sunday is a 7-day period of time. Since you're getting this on Wednesday, let's stay with the current week. That gives you 5 days, including today. Make a commitment. Now, if you want to take this, remember our challenge to go from entertainment into impact? This has been entertaining, hasn't it? Yeah. Don't you just love me? Yeah. You do? And we want to go from entertainment to impact. How do you go to impact? Fill this out at the bottom of your page, give it to somebody else, have them hold you accountable to take that action by the end of this week. Give it to me, I'll hold you accountable. $100 if you don't do it. That's a contract. You have 5 days, specific commitments, and what's the consequence? Fines work. It can be a number of other things. It can be that you wash somebody's car or take out the garbage, whatever it might be. You're using the stick to rewire the brain. Behavioral contracting. There's never an excuse for not having somebody hold you accountable. I will hold you accountable. I'm only an email away, info@bobdavies.com, and $100 if you don't do what you said you would do. Now, I love this analogy, and then I'm going to close with a couple of concepts. Our brain, our instinct, we can't fight this. It doesn't even matter if we agree or not. Our genetic coding is to avoid the highest level perceived pain. If the pain of the penalty is higher than the pain in the activity, we're going to avoid the highest level of pain. How do we avoid it? By doing the activity. So watch this. How many of you are single right now? Single. And how many of you can remember back to the time when you were single? You're standing at a networking event, and right there, right across the room, is the person of your dreams. You intend on going over there, introducing yourself, and meeting this person. You intend to do this. Instinct trumps intentions. You're walking over to this person, you're not even thinking. You're walking over, you make eye contact, you get very close to it, you turn around, and you go over to the buffet line, and your thinking is, I don't want to disturb the person, I'll talk to him later. What caused that? What caused that avoidance? Your brain remembered a time in your life when you were rejected and humiliated. How many have ever been rejected and humiliated? If you haven't, get out there more and get some. But this time you have one slight different dynamic. You say to your friend, here's a $100 bill. I'm going to go talk to that person. If I chicken out, you keep it. If I go over there, introduce myself, wave to you, you give it back. So now you're walking over. Person of your dream. You're getting close. Momentary pause, but your brain has a higher level of pain, the $100. You go over, you introduce yourself. It turns out to be a lifetime partner. Never would have happened if you didn't have this dynamic. Let me ask you, what never would have happened in your life if you don't make a change? If you keep on operating how you're operating, what will you never cause to happen? How important is that to you? I just gave you a technique to do it, to use it. And so let me close. First of all, we know that what you learn is going to be forgotten within 48 hours. The real key is to have constant reinforcement. Let me tell you briefly about how I can be your coach, and then I'm going to close with a concept that should be very helpful. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have 6 minutes to go. So first of all, what can you do? One is to sustain high performance over a period of time. Get a coach.
For years I've received so many different kinds of advice, I don't know where to start. One that comes to mind is to have a coach. Our board member in 2002, John Doerr, said, you need a coach. And I said, well, I don't need a coach. I'm an established CEO. Why would I need a coach? Is something wrong? He said, no, you need a coach. Everybody needs a coach. Every famous athlete, every famous performer has somebody who's a coach. Somebody who can watch what they're doing and say, is that what you really meant? Did you really do that? They can give them perspective. The one thing people are never good at is seeing themselves as others see them. A coach really helps.
There's nothing more powerful than have a personal relationship like that with a coach. All the industry gurus, they've got coaching programs. They're different types of programs. They call it coaching, but it's out there, and it's powerful. One is get a coach. What else can you do? You need to have a planned system of learning. So let me show you how I can help you there. First of all, if you want to be a part of my one-on-one coaching, I've discounted this to $6,000, and that includes 4 months of personal one-on-one coaching. Afterwards, it's $1,850 a month thereafter. So now that's something that's available. If that's too expensive, I do a group webinar program, group coaching, 36 modules, 2 modules a month, bi-weekly, and it's a one-time payment, $297. I also have another low-cost option for those that want the live experience, and that is my group live teleconference program, 2 live calls a month. They're recorded if you miss it. And everybody on this program, it has the opportunity to be in the food management system as well. I'm telling you that this was absolutely fascinating. To give this formula to yourself. Your first 5 feet of height, give yourself 100 pounds. Every inch taller than 5 feet, men give yourself 7 pounds per inch. Women give yourself 5 pounds per inch taller than 5 feet. And that's where your normal weight is. That's where your body wants to be. And if you would have told me that I would stop a habit completely, I would have thought you were out of your mind. I haven't had a golden spoon yogurt since I've been on this food plan. I haven't, because this plan is an avoidance of flour and sugar. The society is poisoning us. But anyway, that's a part of the life coaching program, is the food plan as well. And I also have some, that's $307 per month. Now, you know, if you look at the last sheet that you have, the front of it, all you need to do is fill it out. Readable email address, readable information, give it to me in the back. I'll know what program you're signing up for because of the price that you put in. Just attach that and give it to me. That's how you can be. Now, I also have some individual CDs, books, and DVDs, which I'll tell you about outside by the table. So here's my last concept, and that is this. What would stop you from using behavioral contracting? What would stop you? Fear of what? What is this? Very good. It's not fear of nickels and dimes. It's fear of change. And so the way that you compete with fear of change is by small steps. Small steps. Let me give you an analogy. Genetic coding of a chimpanzee and a human being was compared. What the researchers found is that there's only a 1.2% difference between the genetic coding DNA sequence of an ape and a human being. Turn it around, 98.8% identical. But look at the difference in the final outcome. Small difference, significant outcome. Let's give you another analogy. Baseball player. The average baseball player bats .250, and that is 3 hits every 12 times at bat, makes about $1 million. That's the average. The superstar hits .333. That's significantly higher than .250, isn't it? But how does he get there? Ready for this? 1 more hit every 12 times at bat. Makes the average $24 million. Is the superstar significantly better than the average? No. The superstar is a little bit better. So my challenge to you is, because you were here today, be a little bit better. Do one thing this week that you would not have done otherwise. And be willing to be held accountable to do it with a consequence. And if you do that, you will be amazed at what happens. And I'll end with this. Vision is having an acute sense of... No, I won't. I have an announcement. Who's going to remind me of the announcement? I'll only be out here for an hour or so if you want to visit with anything. All right, so please ask those who are parked in Mimi's Cafe and in front of the hotel to move across the street to Hometown Buffet. Let's color up their parking lot. And to avoid being towed. Okay, so take care of that during our break. Vision is having a cute sense of possible to see what others don't see. When those with similar vision are drawn together, something extraordinary occurs. Thank you so much for having me be a part of your conversation.
Also, if you did park in the 2-hour parking, we have just been advised by the city, if you did, which is the second portion closest to City Hall, if you did park there, you can still remain in that slot. Just go move your car back and forth, and then your 2-hour will reset. So if you did park in that 2-hour parking, otherwise, if you parked in the Embassy Suites parking on this side, you should be okay. Okay?
National Association of Realtors trademark. The real estate world is kind of crazy at times. You've got to advertise yourself and your listings to keep up, but you still need to be genuine and honest. Can't go wrong with it. And on top of all that, there's the internet. Got to keep up with things like Facebook and Twitter. So how do you do it? How do you manage to stand out, but stay authentic and trustworthy? It's simple. If you're a member of the National Association of Realtors, you use the mark. The Realtor mark tells everyone around you that you are more than just a real estate licensee. You are special. You are trustworthy. You adhere to a code of ethics that protects clients, the public, and other real estate people. Using the mark tells people that you are committed to ethical practice and high standards of real estate service. Okay, but here's the thing. If all members don't use the mark correctly, no one gets the benefits it provides in delivering that important message. None. Zip. Zilch.